We ain't wrestling. Listen, he's swinging for the fences. Jump.
Well, the two guys, well, the biggest puncher, I feel, at the 135 will probably be Gervonta Tank Davis.
Do you think he has enough power to sustain?
Well, it's really all about skill.
Floyd Mayweather was stunned by what he just saw. One moment, Gervonta Davis was gliding through a sparring session like it was just another light workout. And then, out of nowhere, boom. A heavyweight twice his size crashed to the floor, collapsing in slow motion like a falling tree. The whole gym went silent.
Man, I was about to spar. Before I was about to spar Tank, he was sparring this big boy. A heavyweight boy. And Tank hit that nigga. He hit him so hard that he was on the top of the rope just like this. And like, I thought he died. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought he died.
Floyd, usually the calmest guy wherever he goes, had this rare look on his face like, wait, did that actually just happen? You could see it all over him, a mix of pride and disbelief. The kind of expression a scientist gets when his experiment suddenly blows up, but somehow ends up being a total success.
Tell me about the two heavyweights he knocked out and dropped.
I don't drop no names.
No names. Tell me about the situation. So he spars one.
You hit him with a body shot.
Went down.
And I'm talking 200 plus pounds. And the other one he hit with a headshot.
And he went down too?
And he went down.
But people don't expect a guy 130. Table it.
Right. And I'm not just exaggerating because Tank is our fighter. Tank has it. Punch power. I don't know where it comes.
Tank didn't celebrate. He didn't flex. He didn't even flinch. He just took a step back, gloves lowered. Like he already knew, that's what happens when perfect timing meets pure power. And for Floyd, a man who's seen every punch, every angle, every kind of fighter under the sun, that was the moment it clicked. Gervonta Davis wasn't just his protégé anymore. He was a walking highlight reel, bending the laws of physics in real time.
You were introduced to a lot of people when that clip of you sparring Tank was released, right?
He doesn't give off a genuine spirit to me. So he's just a very emotional, kind of angry kind of guy.
Was he like that with you after you touched him up, or just before even?
Yeah, I mean, just the whole sparring, really.
There's a part in the clip he hits you when you're down, and then he turns around, and I think you hit him.
Yeah, sparring, he was just kind of just doing little dirt.
And here's the crazy part. That knockout wasn't some lucky shot. Gervonta Davis regularly spars with heavyweights. Not for attention, not for the cameras, but because he wants to feel real danger in training. His mindset? If he can take punches from a 230-pound beast, then no one in his own division can make him flinch.
In his career, Tank can fight at 140, 147. He has that power.
I think he could be multiple champion, maybe in 54.
Oh, yeah.
Now, one time he went to a gym in Memphis, sparred 4 guys, broke 4 noses in one afternoon. Do you have other examples of things like that Tank did in boxing?
Since he was a kid, man. When Tank was 14 years old, he was sparring state champions, man, and grown men.
And honestly, it shows. You can see it in the way he handles pressure, how he stays cool when bigger opponents try to push him around. That's the kind of composure you only get from learning in the fire, real heavyweight lessons. And these sparring sessions? They're not light or playful. They're full contact chess matches, where one wrong move can send your mouthpiece flying into the third row.
In the corner, and he threw a 1-2-1-2, and I was blocking it, but then he started pushing my head, he was purposely pushing me down. He pushed my head all the way down, and then he was hitting me on my back. So then everybody was like, hey, what you doing? So then I got up, and he asked me if I was good, and then right when I said I was good, he just started hitting me. And he turned around because everybody was like, what are you doing? And then I just hit him. Like I said, protect yourself at all.
But that's exactly where Tank feels at home, in the middle of chaos. He feeds off it. Every sparring session is a test, a way to see just how far power and timing can take him when fear isn't part of the equation. After watching him fold heavyweights like they were part of some magic trick, the camera shifts over to Calvin Ford's corner, and suddenly, the whole vibe changes. The spectacle fades, and strategy takes over. You can hear it in Calvin's voice.
That's my partner, Coach Kenny. I don't look for knockouts. I want to be able to punish him so bad where he look over and say, yo, you're a beast.
So, you know, when you're training him, because you know he's got that lights off power, that one where if you don't belong in there with him, you won't belong in there with him. Is that something that you don't work on? It's like, that's there already. If you
work on the stuff that I need to work on for what particular opponent I'm in front of.
Calvin's not out here chasing viral knockouts or soundbite moments for the cameras. He's straight up saying he's training Tank to punish Jake Paul, to turn that fight into a lesson, not a photo op. And that's important, because when the man who's molded Tank since day one says he's not drilling one-punch theatrics, but focusing on steady, calculated destruction, you pay attention. Here's the real take. Jake might bring the chaos and the crowd, but Calvin's bringing consequences. Old school stuff. Pace control, body shots, finding and exploiting openings. The kind of work that doesn't go viral, but definitely ends careers.
I think he's underrated in that aspect of his game. Not that it matters, but do you think he is?
To tell you the truth, I want them to keep being the way they are. I don't want him to be the way they want him to be. Like at the end of the day, long we keep getting great results. The results and the numbers will speak for itself.
I can't help but laugh at the idea that Jake thinks this is just another cameo. From the way this camp sounds, they've practically stapled a syllabus to the ring, and Tank's ready to ace the final exam. We'll see if the showman can survive the lesson, but for now, I'm siding with Calvin. Don't expect fireworks made for clicks. Expect a full-on clinic. The kind that leaves the media asking why anyone ever believed a novelty act could outlast a fighter who's been forged, tested, and hardened through real work.
Losing because they don't realize that Jake actually takes it serious. So this is good to hear. Just already right off the rip, they were already doing something.
Surprised. So tell me, when did you hear about this?
They've been going back and forth for years, Tank and Jake. They've been going at it for years, and it would have happened sooner. You know what I'm saying? But we had hiccups in life.
So we've just heard Calvin Ford lay it out. He's not training Tank for a one-punch knockout. He's training him to punish Jake Paul, round by round. And right after that, we cut to Gabe Rosado dropping some real talk about the matchup. Gabe's basically waving a caution flag, like, yo, Tank, don't underestimate this guy. One mistake, and he can put you out. You can feel the tension in every word. I love the way he breaks it down. Sure, Tank's slick. He's sharp, experienced, used to facing killers. But Jake's got something different. Size, reach, and real power. That's not something Tank runs into every day.
And he making 40 mil is what I hear. Get your money. Because listen, this sport is brutal, dog. We got hustle and bustle. And to put yourself in a position where you can make that kind of money, you can't be mad at Tank. Make your money. Because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, who gonna feed your kids? Who gonna take care of your family? Who gonna take care of you? So I ain't mad at Tank. Get your money.
Gabe's perspective is gold because he's been in Jake's camp. He's seen the angles up close. And he's basically saying, Tank, respect the science, man. One slip, and it's lights out. I can't even lie. This feels like the perfect storm. Slick skill versus raw, attention-grabbing power. You can feel the tension building. Gabe's warning adds that extra layer of suspense, because now, the fight feels unpredictable. Tank's legacy is already written in stone, but Gabe's words are a reminder. All it takes is one punch, one mistake, and the headlines get rewritten overnight. That's the beauty of boxing. It's not just skill. It's chess with fists and just the right amount of chaos thrown in.
And we're talking about Jake Paul, 200 pounds, the heavyweight. If one of those shots let go, and you gotta remember, what Tank is not used to is the height and reach advantage. So maybe Tank could drop and think he's away, but Jake got that extra 3-4 inches that Tank ain't used to. If they catch him, that could make a difference. But at the same time, Tank could punch too. And I wouldn't be surprised if Tank hurt.
So now we've got Gabe Rosado laying out the blueprint, warning Tank about Jake Paul's reach, size, and that dangerous one-punch power. And right after that, we shift to Andre Berto, who keeps it brutally real. Berto's waving the psychology flag here, saying straight up, Tank's not showing up to make friends. He's here for the check. And honestly, that kind of raw honesty hits. After the Raleigh fight, Tank felt like the whole world turned on him. He even thought about walking away. But now, he couldn't care less about your hot takes, your tweets, or the noise in the comments. He's heading into Atlanta locked in, lights off, tunnel vision, focused on two things: getting paid and sending Jake Paul home questioning his entire life plan. You can almost hear the cash registers going off, and I'm sitting here thinking, yeah, this is the perfect storm: skill, swagger, and straight up business hustle.